Hello, I've been out way too long, just school. Anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about the psychological trap that kind of gets us nowhere. And so how to properly reason ourselves to direct our actions in the future and become a better version of ourselves. Whatever I'm going to be talking about today is going to be derived from a book called Insight by Tasha Eurich, a professional psychologist who put together a humongous amount of research papers on learning about ourselves and made this book, Insight. Anyway, today I'm going to be kind of talking about one of the research experiments that she talked about, and it was done in the 1970s. It also was the experiment that kind of derived the cliche, if you like a girl, if you like a guy, bring her or him to a bridge and go through it, and the person will fall in love with you. Little thing. That's what this experiment made of. And so this experiment, it was by Donald Dayton and Arthur Aaron. These two researchers had these two testing sites. It was two bridges. One of the bridges was really high, 70 meters high, 400 meters long. Very scary. Like, you're gonna be pretty damn scared. I mean, you look down and there's there's a river down there. If you fall, you obviously are gonna die, and there's a long way to go because it's very long. And another bridge, very short, very stable. You're not gonna feel any kind of anxiety just from that. A normal person wouldn't, at least. And so they had these two bridges, and they had this one really attractive looking lady in the 70s standards, to go on the other side of the bridge and wait for all the guys that passed by. And once she saw a guy pass by at the end of the bridge, she would give him a survey. The survey doesn't really matter, but after the survey, she would tell him, or she would actually give him her number, and would say if you want to talk to me ever again, just give me a call, and we can do that. It was basically asking her, okay, so if you want to hit me up again because you think I'm attractive, then hit me up. Here's my number. All right. So what the researchers were interested in was what percentage of the guys are going to hit her up after or think she was attractive, and what kind of difference would it be due to the difference in the bridge that would make you think you're gonna die, and the bridge that you wouldn't really feel anything. And so the death bridge, I'll just call it the death bridge from now on. The people who passed the death bridge and got her number, 50% of the people called her back. All right, 50%. That's a lot, all right? And then in the normal bridge, after the people who just went through the normal bridge, only 12% called her back. Now, there's obviously a big difference right there. And the really interesting part here is when the researchers asked these guys, why did you call her back? All the answers were, I just was attracted to her. But that doesn't make sense, right? Because only if they were only actually just attracted to her, then only 12% of the guys should have called her back. But in reality, the people who just passed the death bridge, 50% called them back. So the real scientific, explanation to this big change is that because you were so scared to death, your pupils were dilated, your blood vessels were flowing like crazy, and you're basically in a fight or flight response instinctively, and your brain unconsciously thought that why am I feeling like this right now? Oh no, it's not the bridge, it's because of this really attractive lady in front of me is making me feel like this, therefore I should hit her up and try to do some I'm attracted to her, and so I should hit her up if she gives me my number. Oh my gosh, she did, I'm gonna hit her up. That kind of thing. So that's the real scientific explanation, but it was wrong. None of the guys guessed that. So what can we say? We never really know our reasoning to our own actions. We never would know why. We can be partially correct, but we'll never have 100% answer. So asking ourselves why am I like this? Why am I bullied? Why do I procrastinate so much? Why something of reality that you're anxious of, it's not going to solve anything. Thinking about ourselves more and more and more and digging to the hole to find our real selves, it's not going to work in the end. So the conclusive moral of the story is, instead of asking ourselves why questions, we should ask ourselves what questions. Now, what can I do to change the state of mind? I'm bullied. What can I do to stop being bullied? That's not reality. If I'm gonna procrastinate, then what can I do to stop procrastinating? These what questions give you action-oriented conclusions that you can build on to improve whatever problem you have, and therefore actually give raise the chances of actually solving that problem instead of asking those what questions and trying to find the kind of meaningless reality between your problems. So is that all I have for you guys today? Yeah, so the bottom line is we will never know why. We will never know ourselves fully, okay? Like we will never know that, we will never know why we exist in this earth, why our personalities are like this, why we're like this. We can only kind of just get glimpses of the truth just by like a lot of research or looking into research and I guess contemplating about ourselves a little more, but it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work. And so what we can do to try to improve whatever we have or whatever problems we have is just ask ourselves what questions, do them, and then if it works, keep doing that and have an open mind to kind of change what you're doing to yield better results. So yeah, that's how you properly reason yourself. Just kind of, what do you call it? It's anticlimactic, but it gives us a direction. All right, I'll see you guys later.